Hello everyone, host AJ Garcia here bringing you educational video. So I will send in a mobile home through Facebook Marketplace as to review it and show possibilities, potentials, and what to look for. I've done videos like this. If you look at my videos on this YouTube channel podcast, you'll find some of those as well. But I wanted to go ahead and make a video on this here and just kind of break it down for those of you who are just now joining my channel. Be sure to hit the subscribe and follow like button on there. But I'm gonna share my screen and I want to show you what this home looks like. Now, as with any, well, let me share my screen if I can get to it. There we go. All right. So every home is different. Okay. There's no such thing as multiple the same deals, that sort of thing. You might even hear from us from time to time how we're packaging deals, and the packaging behind it, you have a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, a mixture, etc., and it just combines into one. But when you have one individual, okay, things change even more. So, but no deal is the same as any other deal. Every deal is different. So keep that in mind right away. Okay. Every deal you should definitely review all the above and do a proper due diligence. Period. There's no excuse around that one. So, all right, but here is the property. So the first thing that I would look for before I even start looking at the pictures, I want to read the description. What does it say? And you're gonna have questions, but let's see how many of those questions we can get answered from the get-go. So it's a 1981. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath mobile home located in Covington, Georgia. Um, Decent area. Need quite some work and not livable right now. Can do either cash or payment plan, but title won't be transferred until rehab is complete. Okay, flag right away. Notice that it says that's fine either way you want to pay for it. Now it does say that they will finance, so that's a good thing. If you're starting out and you need somebody to do a finance on your home, looks like they'll do it for you. However, what I don't like, it says title will not be released until rehab is completed. Okay, I want to know why. You know, Maybe I want to wholesale this. Maybe I want to pass it to one of my students, my investors. I need to know why the title's being held and who is holding the title. Is this the park selling the home or is this an individual? Either way, why is it being held until the rehab is done? And the reason behind that is there an expectation of the rehab? We make presentable, livable, and move-in readies, but there is sometimes, many times, that certain specific mobile home parks may require certain something. I call that nitpicking, really micromanaging to a certain extent, and no need of. Now I get the outside exterior of it. Okay, some parks want a specific skirting, they want their homes pressure washed, they don't want them, it's a presentable thing, and I'm a-okay with that. But in the same of the actual since the actual rehab and the inside, I don't need anybody telling me what I can and can't do. So, and not to say that that's what they're saying, but I want to know. So, big question on that. Located inside of a mobile home park, lot rent is 400 a month. Okay, another question to that I would ask: does that include anything? Is there water, trash, even sewer? Does that come with it? Okay, so you need to know that information. Let me scroll down, see if they got any more information on that. That looks like it's about it. So, okay, so let's go ahead and check out the pictures on there. Questions already that obviously are not. So one of them is listing. That's the title. There's obviously a title, so that's a good thing. Okay, there is a title involved in this here. I will still need to check the records, the county, city tax assessors, and make sure there's no liens. Again, who is selling this home? Okay, it sounds like an individual. It's inside of a mobile home park, but I don't like that they want to hold on to the title until a certain rehab is done. That is definitely bothering me there. So okay, looking into, obviously we're looking towards the kitchen, some into the living room area, a mess. To be expected. I look from top to bottom and just try to decipher how many things I will have to rehab. Keep in mind cost always, everything you account for. Floor looks okay. That's not mean that it is okay. I would definitely want to have some boots on the ground, somebody that can go out and walk it. Because if it does have soft spots in this area, I don't know. In the picture, I cannot tell. I wouldn't think so, but you'd be surprised. So you don't want to, and if you cannot get out there, let's say you want to put this on a contract and I can't get out there till next week. I know it'll be gone by then. Should I go ahead and put it on the contract? Yes, I would say go ahead and put it on the contract and put on there on a clause to close on after inspection, or somewhere in there that you need to do an inspection. Or fine, if everything else checks out, but you're not sure about the floor, I count for it. If I had to replace the entire floor, how much expense would that add to the rehab? And just keep it in mind. If you don't have to do it, then you're at a plus, you're a bonus. So no, nothing major that I'm seeing. I like the way the ceiling looks. It can definitely use a little bit of addressing, but you don't see a clouded purple, where it's been leaking. We don't see any of that. That little section there, that's just part of the way it's made, sitting. I mean, it is an 81 model, so it's been sitting for a while, obviously. Okay, nothing major here. Some addressing around these windows, just touching it up. In this flooring, if it's hard, solid, and very well maybe a clean, and you're good to go. So don't fix what's not broken. Definitely seals around this window. This is ugly, so we want to address that. Let's go to the next picture. This is one of bedrooms, small. Of course, being an 81 model, you're looking at a 12 wide. Small little closet. Looks like that's real lumber, if I can tell correctly. If not, I'd like to check it out. You'd have to remove some of that vinyl that it has and go ahead and put your own vinyl, carpet, whatever you decide. An accordion door in this closet. It looks like it's boarded out from the outside, so definitely remove that. Nothing major in here. Again, the floor could be soft, so something to keep in mind, but let's move on. Let's go to the next bedroom. Trim around the windows. That seems to be definitely be an issue. Need to fix that. And notice this area here. Okay, the trim is gone, which is fine. Could have fallen off over time, whatever. But it looks like it might have gotten wet at one point. And if it did, if it's wet in this section here and it's even a little molded or soft, what does it look like between the wall on the exterior and the wall on the interior? The insulation is probably what was once way up here. Now it's way in the bottom. Water has trickled it down. You could have mold in there. So you see there's things that you have to account for. And this is why you've got to have boots on the ground. You have to have somebody that go out there and check it out. And that could be somebody somebody that knows what to look for. They have to know what to look for. Could be a handyman, a contractor. Could be a bird dog, a wholesaler. Connect. Okay. Nothing major, but I do want to see about these windows. This one just looks like it needs touching up, just dressing up. This one, I don't like the way it looks. It's concerning. Floor, obviously, the vinyl's ugly. The vinyl's got to go, so I'm not concerned about that. But I'm just trying to see. Sometimes, like this section right here, could very well be soft. I don't know. Again, until I get out there and check it out. But it looks like it could be some dressing up on that. Let's keep going. Next bedroom. Look how small these bedrooms are. These are, I mean, they're almost a big closet, if you will. So again, the floor, the vinyl is time to go. Trim around the window, paint the walls. I don't think there's a door here in this closet. Put an accordion door. I say accordion door because that's what I like to use. I like to use accordion doors. You can get them $30 at the home improvement store. So I mean, you can put a regular door, but just remember, if you put a regular door here and it opens either way, the room is small as is, so you don't want to have anything that's already going to take up much more room. So an accordion door just makes sense. It closes, side to side, if you will. So bathroom, okay, small. Vanity looks okay. Definitely an upgrade. That vanity did not come with this home. This whole section looks like it needs to be redone. I mean, just the walls weren't done properly. Seal around the tub, I wouldn't remove it. This I don't like at all. Obviously, there's been a leak, and this is common. This is very common for windows in the showers. I never understood that anyway. Why do you need a window in the shower? But anyway, they leak quite regularly. You really have to keep up with them from the exterior. Constantly keep sealing them because it cracks. The winter over time, it just And as soon as you start getting leaking, the thing is, again, it is not so much what's on the outside inside, but what's in between, because that's where you trap water or moisture, and then you have mold. You don't want that. So that's an issue. Definitely get this. If I was going to redo this bathroom here, I'd get rid of that window, seal it from the outside, put new tint, which is metal, obviously. And in here, we put a whole new sheet of it. Go ahead and replace it with something better than this, and just get rid of that window. Insulate the between, and we're done. No more leaking out of that. Expected 80s model, so metal on metal. Looks like the roof has already been replaced at one point. You can see the tint it's been on there, and like I mentioned, it will it is obviously boarded up for whatever reason. It could just be the part that wants it. It could be a broken window, which didn't look it, but definitely use a touch up. This looks like a couple holes, so that is an issue, because if it is holes, water has gotten in there. And again, this goes on the inside, the insulation gets ruined, it gets under the floor. You could have mold, you could have soft, just many things that can happen. So something to keep in mind. And anytime you are reviewing a mobile home, whether you're in person or even in pictures, stop from the top and go to the bottom, both inside and outside. If I can, which even if I was there, I don't think I could see the roof too well. I would definitely have my handyman jump up there and check it out. But I mean, you can walk inside of a mobile home and just kind of see on the inside. And if you see no damages, then obviously you notice the roof is at least okay, or maybe it needs to be resealed. But you get an idea out of that. I always like to try to see the top of the roof if I can, and then just work my way down. Okay. Look at that. So they've actually replaced some of these windows. At one point, it looks like they definitely try to upgrade. So definitely want to make sure just for leaks, the seals, that's the biggest thing on that. And definitely a roof, as you can see here. This section here is probably where the water heater is at. That needs to be addressed. You can't have all these gaps in here in between, especially wintertime, and you got wind coming through. No good. Skirting needs to be addressed a little bit. Kitchen. I don't see the ceiling caving in. There's no leaks. Definitely could use a new light fixture. That one has done its time, is gone. Cabinets repainted. Appliances, obviously, I'm not concerned about that. Those can be easy to replace, remove. Doesn't matter. This bottom cabinet here, I mean, you have no shelves. They're all gone. Either find shelves to fit, or you're gonna have to get you a new cabinet, or handyman, they can get in here and get creative with this and put another they can make something like this, put another door on this side, get rid of these small sections and just make it all open. Same on this side here. Looks like the door is missing, so nothing major. This is a small home, and we're back to picture one. So that's what I would do, is it's just review from top to bottom, you're looking for defects, because anything you have to repair, anything you have to rehab and fix, it's cost, it's an expense. Okay, so you have to account for that. You keep on money and practice with this. Okay, if I was new in here, and I would suggest, okay, let's say it does need a new countertop, it needs a new cabinet. Okay, the following day, go ahead and put it on the contract, but go ahead and spend time at a local home improvement store and just try to price these things out. All right, looks like the house needed a new cabinet, it needed a new countertop, it needs some flooring, it needs this and that, and you just start adding a list, and then you get an idea. There's better ways to shop, but at least you have an idea. Okay, you cannot just not know a thing about material and think you're going to be able to decipher whether it's a good deal or not. There are certain things that you may have to rehab in a mobile home that could very well be a no deal because of it. It's a deal breaker. So keep that in mind. But spend some time at home improvement store. You can go online and just Google some of this stuff. Of course, better areas to look for material like that. You got Craigslist, Classified, Letgo, Facebook Market, etc. That of course is a little more hands-on. You have to go get it. I always buy in bulk. Whenever I was rehabbing, everything is in bulk. It's cheaper and makes sense. If you're going to continue, unless you're only doing one forever, then obviously you don't want to get extra material. But everything is cheaper when you buy in bulk. So keep that in mind. Questions that I would have for the seller here is definitely this one that caught my attention is until rehab completed. I want to know what their expectation is. If it's just a security for them that the park has asked that the home is actually thoroughly invested, and it could be that maybe an investor already came through here and kind of spent some time, did a little this and that. Maybe it's the one that put the exterior windows on it and then ran off. We see that quite a bit. I've never understood it. If you already bought something or put an investment money towards something, spend money on it, time, you just come out missing. That's unreal, but it happens, and it could be that. So again, just questions for that. The title exists, obviously, so we're good on that. I do want to make sure that the taxes are up to date. I want to make sure that the lot rent is up to date, and if this is the park selling this home, then they're going to be able to tell you right away. So yeah, what comes with the lot rent and what's to be expected? Can I sublease it? Is an all-age park? I'm pretty sure it is, just being in the location that it is located. But I would ask, always ask. You want to be sure. Don't assume. You assume, you set yourself up for failure. Don't do that. Okay, well, that does it. And for the individual that sent me that, thank you. Thank you for that. I definitely appreciate reviewing this here, and takes me back a little bit. I don't browse the Facebook market as much as I should, definitely. And there are deals out there. And if there isn't one that looks like a deal, make it a deal. Okay, it's all about negotiation skill. So practice on that as well. I hope that answers all of your questions. If it did not, drop a comment below and I'll be sure to respond to that or email you directly. All right, if you're looking for coaching, visit me at Garcia, mobilehomeuniversity.com. If you have any additional questions about our coachings or any way I can help you, J@GarciaMHU.com. Till next time, thank you for watching.